We're a day late, but better late than never, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Rogue Actions, we're up and about. Thank you
It's
so much for
America's fault this time.
brand new. Please smash that subscribe button. It helps us grow this awesome channel. It's been going off lately. We really appreciate all the support.
10,000 sub channel.
Yeah, man. 10K, whackity whack, whack, whack. Huge achievement. We actually had Mrs. H on here live in the studio.
I missed it. Was that on the Grizzly session?
Yeah. And she didn't hold back. She was absolutely fantastic. She took over my account. We gave her the buttons to push, and she won 7 teams to zip. She absolutely played it better than I did, and there's been a huge call for her to continue to play it because I suck. So anyway, she's fantastic. So no, we had a great celebration on the weekend, mate. So it's been great. It really is. Yeah, of course, we are a day late. Of course, happy 4th of July, late 4th of July to everyone out there. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Cubs, you had a great weekend blowing stuff up. That's normal, right?
Yeah. Basically in America, what happens is the entire country just sets itself on fire and everyone goes crazy. We were actually, my poor dog last night was freaking out because our whole neighborhood was just like all over the place. And I get home from our little fireworks show and she's just shaking in her kennel. And so she was glued to me. I was walking around getting ready for bed and she just stayed right next to my feet until I got in bed, and then she just snuggled up right here, and she's just like shaking.
Love it.
Poor thing.
We actually, believe it or not, in around 15 hours from now, we actually pick up our brand new puppy. We got a new puppy entering.
Oh, awesome! So, what's the breed?
Can't wait. We got a little furball, mate. The kids had a look at Cavalier poodle mix. So, yeah, little furball in the house. So it should be good fun. Already got a name, Lumi, after Luminara. So kids like that one, so we're running with that. So Star Wars. That. So yeah, we're up and about. Anyway, let's get down the topics and let's get after it and let's talk these stupid Datacrons. Let's start with those. Yeah. And I want to talk about how much they are affecting the player base right now. Now, honestly, you haven't really gone too deep into them yet. You're obviously on the side of it. I've gone balls deep. I really have. We've gone really.
Your opinion's gonna be better than mine. I gotta confess, the announcement of Datacrons sucked my enjoyment out of the game so much that I kind of for the last couple weeks took a bit of a break, and I'm starting to come back a little bit more now and focus more and figure things out. But yeah, I'm a little bit behind the times.
No, and that's fair. But you will be able to catch up because the good thing is you don't keep them for long because then they get changed with new ones. So you can start fresh anyway.
Because of that, I felt like I could take that break. I was like, they're not permanent. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go be butthurt by myself.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So look, the question is this, and this is what I want to pose to a lot of people: the Datacrons. If you've been really heavily invested in it through the last conquest, and I did that just to see how far I could push it. I used it as a bit of an experiment to see, how far I could get and what the drop rates would be and all that sort of stuff, and just to see how much I can achieve with it.
Right.
And I've certainly found that these Datacrons are disgusting. They really are. When you get to the higher end stats and all the extra abilities, I went in, 2 days ago with a Star Killer lineup against Ray and absolutely wiped the floor with it, and then did it on my last round and got owned and lost the GSE because of it. So that they are certainly affecting the players. And this is my question, Cubs. I feel that a lot of the actual players' skill and what they're actually able to achieve, right back since, of course, we started losing a lot of our Galactic Legend, off-meta counters, the non-Galactic Legend counters from there on. I just feel that it's been hard to actually get an advantage in this game, and now even more so with Datacron's release, because they can create that brick wall for a player that they just cannot get over, regardless of how good a player they are and how well they know this game. Do you think that's a problem? Because I feel that is a bit, because I think that there's no incentive to really try and get better at the game as far as know how the game plays. You just got to go and farm all the better Datacrons than the other guy's going to have it, and you should go pretty well.
Yeah, well, my concern, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think that my opinion on this is super qualified with experience. So let's just be clear that this is more hypothetical for me. But my concern long term is that Grand Arena becomes nothing more than who's got the Datacrons and who wailed on the Datacrons specifically. And I don't know if we have an answer. I have not seen one yet on if Datacrons are factored into matchmaking.
No. It's all skill points. That's it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah, so it's just skill. Yeah, so the skill points are just going to reflect who's got the Datacrons, right? And so maybe
Yeah.
maybe it will, maybe at the beginning you'll just kind of go down and you'll kind of even out with the people who buy a lot of Datacrons. So yeah, that's a good point. I forget about that.
I mean the middle round that I had earlier in the week, round 2, I obviously have 2 maxed out at relic 9, 1 at number 6, and then I've got something like 8 or 9 at like level 2 to 3, right? Just to give you an idea of the depth of my roster. I went up against a guy who had 1 level 1 and 1 level 3, and that's it. Like, it's just, the guy's got no hope. Like once you max everything,
the Datacrons made a huge difference in that GAC.
Oh, enormous, because he dropped something like 8 battles or something and just gave up. And that's just going to be so bloody frustrating.
Well, that's what I don't want to see, is where I'm in a grand arena. I'm like, all right, this is somebody I match up evenly with, but they went balls to the wall on Datacrons, and I just had a life, and so I'm done. And that's just another way to kind of suck the motivation out of the game to play.
Yeah, and that to me, you will come across that, Cubs, and that's the issue. That's where I love seeing, and I think we all agree. I think we all love seeing a lot of these fantastic theory crafters come up with these really, really great ideas on how to beat teams or take down, a Galactic Legend solo and all that sort of stuff. Like, I think that we all agree that we'd like to see things that are, a little bit, out of the box, unconventional sort of counters or teams or battles. I think we all really enjoy that. Honestly, I think Datacrons are going to suck that right away from the game. And I don't think that that's technically a good thing. I don't think that they should be on Galactic Legends at all. I just don't think that should happen.
Oh, God. I have no idea why that's a thing, especially because they seem to have protected Galactic Legends in a lot of ways from like Omicrons and things like that. And there's so many conditions on squads with Galactic Legends. So to allow those to be effective there, I think that's one of the biggest things I'd love to see them reform. But I don't know if they've really indicated that they're that open to feedback on Datacrons.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. So, I mean, the issue that I see, 2 things. A, on GLs, it's gross. It's not great. Don't like it. Yeah. Inquisitors make sense because, of course, that's their pet project at the moment, as far as trying to make that, something that people need to invest in. So I understand that sort of things. But yeah, putting him on Ray and JMK as stat boost, to me, is just gross. So I'd like to not see that in future if you are taking any feedback. The other thing is that they want us to engage in them heavily, but then they don't give us a lot of mats to actually do that. I don't know if anyone else is thinking the same thing. Obviously, you've just quickly done...
Unless you whale.
Quickly. Well, you just hit the shipments really quickly then, and the Acumen Mark 1, you've already run out of. And you're not going to get any more of that for another, 2 days you get a refresh, but it's once a week.
It almost feels like a automatic, like you have to buy all these things pretty much to keep up, and then wherever else you can whale.
So if you want us to engage in them, the Acumen Mark 1 needs to be a lot easier to attain than it currently is.
Remind me, did they have any packs?
No packs. There have not been any packs on Datacron material as of yet.
Okay, no. I view that as positive. It's more of a player effort kind of thing.
Yeah, but the thing is that I put the player effort in on going crazy on Conquest, because I finished Conquest in like 2.5 days, right? The one that we just had recently. And then I spent the rest of that time going back and doing all of the bonuses, using all the nodes to farm all the stuff, and the drop rates were just trash anyway. They need to have guaranteed Acumen drops, or something along those lines, where at least if you're going to go back, use your energy or do your refreshes, if you're going to go down that track, then at least you're going to be getting the gear that you need instead of just getting the currency for it, which is all I got in some drop rates. I just got some currency, and that was it. And that was pretty crap. I felt a bit flat about that. So anyway, let us know what you guys think in the comments below. But our boy Cubs is going to be smashing Datacrons up soon, and I'm really interested.
I'm going to do more with them. I don't know. I do like, though, it seems like they've limited them enough that it's not just a whales paradise. It's more of an effort paradise. It's the tryhards who are going to get it, the people who really go all out on Conquest. And then, of course, you've got the RNG factor. Who's going to get the best RNG? To
go all out on Conquest, Cubs, you need to do refreshes. And to do refreshes, you need to do a ton of crystals. Trust me, like you need a lot to actually get the results. So no, it's not a wealth paradise, but certainly paying players do get an advantage when it comes to this stuff.
Bree here is all like, "Oh, I have to try."
I know, Bree.
I sound like such an entitled brat when I'm like, "Oh, it's just an effort thing."
But let us know in the comments below what you guys think. What other changes to Datacrons do we need or not? Do you think that the skills are going to drop because of the Datacrons being introduced? Let us know in the comments below what you guys think. Really, really want to hear your thoughts on that one. Now, Cubs, it has been tumbleweeds rolling along the halls of CG, mate, over the last few weeks now. We have had absolutely nothing coming in from them recently, except for a couple of issues that they've had to fix. So obviously it's the obligatory post. Hey, we're fixing this. It's a quick tweak. You'll get a, you'll get a hard restart in the game soon. That's about it. It hasn't been a lot. CG, wake the up. Like, what's going on in there? We want to know what's coming up. We now have we have the Inquisitors all out in the wild now. That's done. Datacrons are out there whether they like them or not. It's time that we start seeing something else. It's time that we start seeing things that we want. It's time that we start actually getting some sort of feedback on what the direction of this game is, because silence is really deadly right now. I think that we need to hear from them sooner rather than later. I understand Crumb's probably still on leave. I get it, but someone else needs to step up and chat to us a bit, because honestly, we haven't had a lot from them lately, and that's really, really concerning to me. We're going back to what we had last year, Cubs, and I don't like it.
I love this comment here. The road ahead has already been fulfilled. Basically, everything. Usually the road ahead is like a post where they say, here's what's coming, and that's going to cover the next several months. But basically everything in the road ahead is done. I mean, what in the road ahead hasn't come to pass?
Yeah, I mean, the road ahead
everything's done.
Well, the road ahead wasn't really a road ahead. I mean, they should have done the Datacrons announcement not as the road ahead. I don't see that as a road ahead. I just think that was just convenient way of releasing it and saying, here's your road ahead. To me that was a big change to the way that we play this game, and I don't see that as a road ahead. That doesn't tell us what's coming up. It's just like, here we go, we're dropping this, bang,
I mean, they literally said it was a road ahead. So Grand Inquisitor's here. That's done. Datacrons are here. That's done. And then they just word vomited Datacrons on us because they just had such a hard one for Datacrons. And that's it, right?
Yeah. That's what I mean. It shouldn't have been a road ahead.
They put so much in here on Datacrons.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. There was a lot to explain. There's a lot to go through.
Oh, my. I just forgot how much text they vomited on us for Datacrons.
It was a war.
Look at this possible stats. Spoilers. I don't want to know, CG. Don't tell me.
I want a surprise. Surprise mechanic. There's your surprise mechanic.
I love this. This is a ton to digest. It's really not. You just gave us a ton.
So let us know, guys.
Man.
Look, we need to hear from them.
The road ahead's done.
Yeah, we got to hear from them. We got to know what's happening, because at the moment it feels like that they're all on vacay. That's how I feel.
And they literally might be, because it was the 4th of July.
Yeah, but I'm talking about for weeks now, not just this week.
Yeah.
I'm talking about for weeks. Like, it's been, if you go back and have a look at the posts that we've actually received recently.
Do we know how long Crumb is on leave?
I actually don't. I mean, I figure that he's due soon. It's been months, honestly. So I don't know exactly the date he's coming back. I know that he came back to help release the Datacrons, and I believe he was going, I think, back on leave again. So I honestly don't know how long, to be completely honest with you.
Right.
But he can't come back quick enough, or someone else. It doesn't matter who. But someone certainly needs to step up and say, hey, guys, we're still here, and we're going to be doing this, this, and this, and this is coming up, so get excited.
Because they need to be like the Who's in Whoville. We are here. Yeah. We are here.
Yep, that's right. That's exactly it. And honestly, it's them being quiet is certainly not helping, because there's a lot of guilds really worried at the moment. There's quite a few that are under a lot of pressure to keep keep the guilds alive at full 50 out of 50. It's really tough right now everywhere. Every single community is finding it very, very tough to recruit new players and keep their guilds filled.
It's a bad day to be a guild leader, man. It's a bad day to be a guild leader.
Yeah, and a territory war officer as well, with all the Datacron
Yeah.
and stuff as well. Not much fun being a territory war officer either. So lots of love for you guys, 100% respect, because you guys certainly have a lot of pressure on your plate right now. So let us know what you guys think straight up. In the comments below. Love to hear what you guys think. Let's get down to the viewer's choice, Cubs. We asked this, of course,
real quick. Before you do viewer's choice, can I get a petition for CG to send at least up some of their $1 billion plus revenue to the guild leaders and officers of the world? They deserve it.
Yes, I agree.
At least get them a Starbucks gift card.
I agree. I like it. I think that's fair because honestly, they put a lot of work in. I can give you a list of the ones I know.
Dude, I know how much work goes into it. I used to do it. It's been a long time. I got out of there. I could not.
Yeah, that's it. So anyway, let us know what you guys think. Sorry. Let's get back down to a viewer's choice, guys. Straight up. Every single week, if you go to the link below, it'll take you to our Discord server. In there, there's a channel called Rogue Actions Questions. Pop your questions in there. Pretty simple. There's a good one. We'll ask it. So pop it in there. Check it all out. Let us know what you guys think because we want to hear what you guys want to ask Cubs and myself. That's what it's all about because we want to engage with you guys and keep you involved in Rogue Actions. It's not just us. It's you guys as well. Question comes from Zoltane this week, Cubs. Thank you, Zoltane, for your question.
Let's go.
Dane, question is actually around raids, mate. Around raids. Okay. I know CG mentioned that there are no more raids in future.
But however, I'm going to ask if we're going to do another raid.
However, if there was, how would you revamp raids to make them more engaging?
Oh, this is easy. I've said this before, but I think the number one best thing CG could do for the longevity of raids is to release a reward structure where all that matters is within the guild damage thresholds. So if you want to get this reward tier, you have to do this much damage, and then you will get that instead of ranking it throughout the guild. Because right now they have built-in incentive for people to not raid. Because once their guild has enough people that can complete the raid, then you just have half the guild that coasts and half the guild that can get the top scores. But if instead of that, they were to have a damage system where, everyone that gets 15 million damage or more, they get like the rank 1 rewards. Everyone who gets 10 million, I'm just throwing out numbers. I don't know exactly what it would be. But then there's built-in incentive for everybody to get in there and hit the raid and do enough damage. And everybody in theory could get those rewards and be rewarded for the effort. The problem right now is you have got people who are incentivized, if they care enough about raids, to go to a guild that is not as powerful because their effort will get them better rewards in one guild versus another guild. You can be in a very competitive guild and the exact same amount of effort might be good for rank 30, whereas you can leave and do the exact same amount of effort and get rank 1 every single time in another guild. I think that's fundamentally the biggest problem with raids.
Yeah, no, I agree. I know that there are certainly a lot of people out there that only focus on, staying in one particular guild to make sure they get top spot every single week to ensure that they get the best quality rewards that they can get for themselves so they can boost their roster and keep pushing along and really help improving it, which obviously kudos to them if they want to go down that track. But yeah, if there was a way that we didn't have to do it that way, I'm all for it. Absolutely. Because I think a lot of players would prefer that as well, because then they can still go a mere miles an hour at it and not feel like they need to carry the guild either. That's the other thing. So I'm all down for that for sure. I think a personal raid would be really good, Cubs, just one you do yourself.
Oh, that would be fun.
Great, instead of a guild one. So have one that you say you do over a week. With high damage, getting the refresh every day, but really, really good rewards. High-end rewards, relic mats or something along those lines. Obviously, the Datacron mats would be pretty cool, something you could chuck in there. And that way, if you want to increase and improve your roster, you're doing that yourself. You're not relying on other people to do it. I think that would be really, really cool. And look, I'm going to go over it again, mate, that old chestnut. I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. Put a goddamn Death Star raid in here, for goodness sake. I'll be a happy, happy boy, but that's just me.
I feel like the ship has sailed on that, man. Like I feel like they would have done something like that back in the heyday of the game, but now it doesn't seem like they are willing to invest really meaningful resources into this game anymore.
I know, but I'm just saying, do it anyway.
It's all about Lord of the Rings, man. Get with it. That's all
It's
that
funny
matters
because
now.
probably true. Guys, let us know what you think in the comments below about those questions. What do you want about raids? Are you happy with them? Do you want something else or not? Let us know. Really, really appreciate it. Cubs, have a great birthday, mate. Take care. Have fun. I hope Mrs. Cubs spoils you rotten, if you know where I'm coming from, mate. Get some Australian kisses going and everyone's a winner. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Appreciate it. Love you all. Love you, fam. It's been fantastic to hang out as always. Sorry we're a day late, but better late than never. See you again next week. We'll try and be on time. Bye.
See you guys. Bye.